Hey, this is Justin. This is a Friday morning walk and talk. I'm going with my hands right now as opposed to the stick, so it might be a little bit um, wobbly, the camera angle that we work through today. So these are walk and talk brainstorms. These are getting ideas that are rattling around inside the head, outside the head into a place where they could potentially become useful. My focus has been on creating a lot of audio messages for the last couple, or video messages and audio messages for the last couple of days and weeks and years, but really focused to 3 and 4 hours worth of messages, and then using tools on the back end to actually extract the value from what comes from these messages. So, and trying to simplify the process as much as possible, and looking at kind of different ways to get information out there as quickly as possible. And videos are interesting because they take a while to upload, especially if you don't have a great internet signal. So sometimes I do some of the recording in the woods, and when I do those recordings, I don't have the best signal, so it takes a while for the videos to get uploaded. And so what I've been using this week is my new tools that are probably the biggest assets in the toolbox are Claude.ai, some say Claude, Claude.ai, or and Carbon Voice. Carbon Voice is an asynchronous audio messages to go back and forth. So the whole idea is to, one, build out an idea or build out something, share it with at least one person, or share it more broadly as like a piece of content. And that's where this video will start to will start to emerge. If I'm doing it one-to-one, I've been doing a lot of Loom videos lately because it's really nice. Another thing that got requested again from somebody was to get transcripts on this video. So I've changed my workflow this morning to record this, not to do this as a live video, but to record it on Dropbox actually directly. We'll immediately get transcribed on the back end, and then I'll upload the final file a little bit later on. To today. So what's great about Claude, what I love about it, is you can start to create some custom instructions. So how I have, what I've started doing is I've created some generic files of some things that I wanted to get out. So generic custom instructions for things that I wanted to get out. And then each time I set up a new type of project, I will change the instructions a little bit. So I have a project set up for my one-to-one meetings where I'm having a one-to-one conversation. And there's very different outputs that we want when we're doing a one-to-one conversation. Let me just see here if we can get this thing set up like this. I don't want to put it in the water here. Let's see if we can just do this video, maybe not as a walk and talk, maybe just as a stand and talk for a little bit here. It's not the best angle. All right, we'll go with it a little bit more. We'll continue to walk. So it's very different if I'm having a one-to-one conversation, which is like a meet and greet with somebody where I'm meeting them for the first time, or if I'm having a one-to-one conversation, which is with like a financial advisor. So I have the generic, like, here's our structure for our one-to-one conversations. Boom, use this to start with as a baseline. Also, based on the content, what would you suggest we update to the custom instructions to start to make them better? I'm getting some really great insights to my weekly updates based on the suggestions from the custom structures. And so we get very nice reports that we can read that are summaries of the work that we're doing. And I've been messing around with meeting summary software for quite a bit. And they're great, but a lot of times they're designed for like this one-size-fits-all summary that's not necessarily customized to what we're looking at, and then also doesn't change based on the dynamics of the content. So being able to have a very being able to have a customized and for each unit type of summary provides really a ton of value for me, and allows me to provide a ton more value for some of the other people. So I'm excited. I want to create a system that allows me just to do a bunch of walking and talking, and for every minute that we do, talking, it creates exponential value for other people. That's the whole name of the game. But a lot of time has to, or I'll call it an and a lot of time has to get spent in the interim in setting up the processes that start to work. Other secret weapon that I work with is Workflowy. Workflowy is a very simple, just nested bullet points list. It's infinite bullet points. And then, so I've been working through that because I have morning. I have for my daily activities, I have for the daily activities, I use a timeline system which solves the problem of not having a huge backlog of stuff in the past. So what typically happens when I plan, and I think I'm probably similar to a lot of people, I want to be like, oh, I could do these 1,000 things today. And it's not literally 1,000 things, but definitely more than time allows for. And then where we have stuff that comes in, unplanned, especially, stuff with other people or things take longer than they actually need to take, we wind up with a huge backlog. So this just allows to move everything into a future time and future date, so that we're kind of not overwhelmed with everything that's going in the past. And so I've got the Workflowy set up, which refers to other sections inside of my Workflowy structure, but also refers out to other places for places where we're creating and publishing and building out something different. So messing around with this stuff quite a bit. With these videos, we'll run some processes now on the back end. So this is getting created on Dropbox. We'll probably, main design of this will be to turn into to some sort of report, some sort of usable piece that can be shared out that creates decent summaries. And the nice piece of it is the video is just the start, right? So the video doesn't necessarily have to be pre-planned. It's not the end state of what's getting created. Everything is, building, because the whole idea is we want to go as quickly as possible from what's in the brain to out and produced in the world. That's the whole name of the game. And the other thing that I'm using is Otter.ai, which I'm hoping for this message is capturing all the stuff that we're talking about. So every conversation that we're having is dictated into dictated, is that the word I want to use? Every conversation is dictated. Every conversation that we're having is captured in one long transcript, which represents the daily activities that we're actually going through. So now we start to get analytics on, like, here's what we created, here's what got built, here's the blind spots that we're working with, here's the stuff that is new. So there's a whole bunch of different ways to create something new. I'm realizing in the holding up of the phone, it is a little bit more distracting for other people that are coming around. Luckily, with the camera angle, not getting other people on video, so I have to figure that out. We'll probably go back to the neck desk, or might actually look at some. Might start looking at some other options for creating and doing some of the recording. So I like to go 10 minutes on these videos. I'm going to go a little, I think, shorter on this one today, and put an end to this one. I think that's a nice ribbon that we could tie on the end of this one. Have an amazing Friday or whatever day you're listening to this.